Hey traders from around the world, how you doing? It's Jerremy Alexander Newsome with Real Life Trading. Hope you're absolutely fantastic. Had a good weekend. Hope you did as well. This weekend got into a lot of things actually. So Saturday was pretty non-stop. Had some friends and family get into town about 3 a.m. Saturday morning, early morning, and then Saturday morning woke up about 7:30. We did, as a team, the insane inflatable 5K in Springfield, Tennessee. And it was about 3 miles and some change. Very, very tough race, actually, mostly due to the heat. It was about 102 degrees, and they did run out of water. So I was a little parched by the end, and might have had a heat stroke. I'm not sure. But after that, we came back to the house, and we did some things. We built a slip and slide. Had a good time there. Then took those guys downtown Nashville because they wanted to do downtown Nashville. They haven't been downtown Nashville that often. So anyway, had a good weekend. And then yesterday, relaxed by the pool and checked some emails and things of that nature. So just had a good time overall. Hopefully it was relaxing for you. Updating everyone on the stock market today. This was my analysis this morning. So this morning, I was hosting the morning trading room for the traders out there in the world. And we're talking about SPY is having a decently bullish gap. Bearish prior candles on the hourly 15 and 5, clearing pivots. This would be a semi-aggressive entry. 100 SMA on the daily is the target. So it did gap up. If you played the 1 or the 5 minute earlier this morning, you can see some of the 1 minute action. I'll scroll over here for you. So some of the 1 minute action, this is really the target right here. And if you got a chance to play some of the bouncing in here, or here, worked out okay. Just trade up to the 100 and that was it. So I think we're pretty much done for the day on the SPY. And keep in mind, everything is subject to change due to volatility. But we're at the 100 right now. That is a decent target. And today on the SPY is a pretty decent retest gap. So if I had to make a hypothesis for tomorrow, I think we get a small black candle, maybe with a lower shadow of some kind, retesting this gap. We also have a little bit of a double bottom in here and, trying to see how that's going to play out. But truly, based on the location of right now, we have an iron condor, 214, 215 bear call up there, and then 202, 201 bull put at the bottom. Really, we're exactly where we need to be, right smack in the middle of both of those. Those spreads expire this Friday, so it should be good to go on SPY. The Qs, a pretty nice little gap today on the Qs. Still quiet sideways, and we still have the iron condor on the Qs. 111, 112, 104, 103 also expiring this week. And this is also kind of a double bottom-esque pattern. Expecting to trade a little bit higher, retest, and then probably bounce. So still bullish to neutral on the Qs. Here's the DIA, which is the ETF that tracks the Dow Jones. Same story as SPY. Right at the 100, nice retest gap. Probably will trade back and retest and then bounce on the DIA, but I'm still neutral overall. And the IWM is nicely gapping up today, bouncing off of some lows. And as far as a trade on the IWM, just considering credit spreads, something really, really far away, 115, 114 August bull put spread, or 117, 116 August bull put spread, something down there would be likely an okay trade. Apple. So Apple was a trade that we did successfully today on the trading floor. Really one of the main trades that we did today. It was a nice gap. Talked about the analysis. It's a retest on the daily. So it was a retest gap. So if we come here to the 5 minute chart, we can see that Apple truly gapped up. Here's your little pennant pattern right there, and boom, broke out. So that's where we got in, right about there. So good trade overall on Apple. It continued higher, moved nicely. Amazon was a nice little retest gap as well. Traded up, pulled down, started curving, retesting, trading a little bit higher off some moving averages. So Amazon was another good one. So there's a lot of tech stocks, guys, that are gapping up today. You have Apple, you have Amazon, Netflix is up almost 5%. Guys, Netflix has a split upcoming very, very soon. Big split coming up, which is going to be right before earnings. So we have a split and earnings this week on Netflix. So make sure to come back Wednesday and Friday for the real life stock review. I'll be updating my thoughts on Netflix, updating the new chart, kind of talking about what's going on. Brian Bodie, he did have the 615, 610 bull put spread on Netflix that expired last Friday. So good for him. Awesome job on that particular trade. As far as an actual trade setup, I don't really have one exactly as of right now, other than spreads. Facebook is really, really nice, closing at the all-time high. Well, I don't know if it will, but if it does close at the all-time high, Facebook has earnings right around the corner. This market's been a very, very bad breakout market, meaning I don't take any breakouts right now. So you have a little bit of a double bottom. This probably will retest tomorrow, Wednesday, and then likely bounce on Thursday, Friday, potentially on Facebook. So if you are trading Facebook, I have been and will be for a while, just bullish to neutral, just watching it, seeing what it does, and seeing how it moves overall. My other trade that I'm in, silver Wheaton. I am in puts, August puts, and got a little bit of a cute white candle today. Here's the exponential moving averages. We did make a lower low and a lower high on that particular candle today. So at 1511, just kind of anticipating something like this, and then probably a slight rollover. On the hourly, this does look kind of bearish. Here's the hourly chart, and 20 exponential looks, kind of slightly bearish. So I'm considering maybe doing another bear put spread, which is a debit spread for this week. I haven't found out the put that I'm going to sell yet, because I anticipate a little bit of sideways action again this week, and then probably roll over next week. So just watching silver Wheaton. But if you are in that trade with me, I think I'm going to take my stop down officially and move that stop to right about there, 1601. So just lock in some risk, take some risk off the table. SLV has not traded bearish or trigger bearish for me yet. Still kind of waiting if it closes below 1453. So this entire gap, very, very strong gap, and just never rolled over on the hourly or anything that triggered me in. So 1453, if we close below there on silver, I'm bearish. Stop would go at 1498. Don't know if it'll happen, but if it does, excited to see what it does. And last but not least, ticker symbol POT. One of my good friends, Michael Clark, he has a lot of shares in this particular trade. And the stock did trade right down to 28.69, which is a pretty decent resistance on the weekly chart. So here's the weekly on ticker symbol POT. You can see some very, very good support. There's a good support there, good support there, good support there. Earnings is right around the corner. So bottom line, if we gap up and bounce, great support, buy low, sell high on ticker symbol POT. If we do not, we break this strong support on earnings, I would be slightly bearish. And I don't know how much longer it would take for this stock to go a little higher. Interesting to see how it works. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great rest of your Monday. Enjoy your Tuesday. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.